play that should be called. We're going to make sure that we do everything possible to address the issues going forward and see if there are improvements that we can make through instant replay or anything else. I understand the emotions.
After more than a week of waiting for word from the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell finally answers questions about the NFC Championship no call. Good evening, I'm Ton Trung.
And I'm Karen Swenson. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell finally admitted that the referees got it wrong, but didn't offer much more consolation to New Orleanians.
Goodell talked for about 45 minutes today in a largely predictable address to the media. Sports director Doug Mouton joins us live from Atlanta with more. Doug?
Yeah, hey, Ton. Yeah, largely predictable is a good way to say it. Goodell talked for about 45 minutes, and it was interesting how the press conference was orchestrated. They knew they were going to get one question about New Orleans. That question came from Jeff Duncan of the Times-Picayune. Then, after that, it was a long series of orchestrated, sort of planned questions about their games overseas. They got a question from a little kid, and they did allow maybe 8 national reporters to ask whatever they wanted to ask. Luckily, many of those national reporters asked about the no call, and that's where many of Goodell's comments come from, because the New Orleans reporters were then shut out. I actually made contact with one of the guys with the mics. There were 3 of them. He took down my name, where I was from, called to the front to the coordinators of the press conference, and he opted not to let me ask a question. That's sort of how it played out, and that happened to several New Orleans-based reporters. Now here's Roger Goodell when asked about the refs.
They're men and women of high integrity, and they're people that when people are talking about officiating, they know that's not the outcome they want. And so I know they're disappointed also, but they work hard to make sure we improve officiating, and I think they do an excellent job. But as I say, they're human.
Yeah, and human was Goodell's go-to word to describe the officials. I counted 8 times he used the word human when asked about what happened in New Orleans, saying, just like he said right there, they are human, they make mistakes. Now, he did not say whether or not those refs would face any disciplinary action. He was asked. He avoided the question. That was one of the questions that a lot of us from New Orleans hoped to ask. If we got the mic back, we did not. So we do not know at this point if those refs will face any disciplinary action. All right, that wraps it up live here in Atlanta. Let's send it back to Ricardo LeCompte in New Orleans.